Okay, welcome to YHC TV's hometown program today, and we're having a big old flood rain on this last day of May, and it's a good day to be out and visiting. And we're going to visit today with a gentleman named Starling Guinn, and Starling is from the Dexter area and has been most of his life. Starling, welcome to the program today.
Well, appreciate you, yeah.
Yes, sir. He's a World War II veteran, and we're going to visit with him about some of his going-ons and growing up in this area. Starling, to begin with, I want to ask you, how in the world did you get the name Starling?
Well, some fellow worked with my dad, and they named him after him.
I see. Well, he must have been a good employee, don't you imagine?
Yeah, but that old bird out there, I don't be...
You don't want it to be named after that old cotton-picking bird, do you? He causes lots of damage, that bird does. Starling, you're married to your wife's name, Betty.
Yeah.
And how long have you all been married?
Oh, 40 years.
40 years or plus. And Starling, if I remember right, you're 89 now, is that correct?
Oh, 89.
89, well, good deal. And grew up in Dunklin County mostly, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But he lived in, he was called an Archie. Now, what's the term Archie mean?
Okay, well, I went into service, and they said I talked with an accent.
Yeah.
Well, where are you from? And I told them, well, down close to Arkansas.
Yeah.
So that's where I got that nickname.
So that's how you got the name Archie.
Yeah.
Oh, and your parents was named Charlie.
Starling Guinn. Yeah.
And Erdie.
Yeah.
E-R-D-I-E. That's a unique name.
Yeah.
And they lived on a farm down in Arkansas.
Yeah. Leachville.
And if I remember right, you went to school in Missouri, but lived in Arkansas.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah. I sure did.
Now that didn't happen. Did they quit? Did they make you quit going to school then?
Well, as after I went to it.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Missouri got tired of educating Arkansas kids, I guess.
Have you chopped any cotton?
Oh yeah. I chopped that cotton, picked that cotton.
Picked it too.
Drove them mules.
Did you drive the mules?
Oh yeah.
Could you still harness the mules?
I guess, but I don't want to.
You don't want to, do you?
No.
I bet you could start an old 40-20 though, couldn't you?
Fireball tractor?
Yeah.
Well, no, we had John Deere.
Well, that's what, 40-20? What was the last John Deere tractor you had?
Had an A John Deere.
An A John Deere?
That's a big one.
Yeah. Well, you grew up in a farm-related area, and then you got drafted. You told me, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
And as a young man, and that was in
43.
Yeah, in
42 or 43.
42, 3, yeah. Then you went off to basic training. Where at?
Amarillo, Texas.
Amarillo, and you told me that you could just about run all day long, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
You wasn't the biggest man in the outfit, was you?
No, but I couldn't stay in step.
You couldn't stay in step?
So anyway, I got out of step, said, you get run. Well, I run him down and kept running. He had to quit. But I was born running.
I'll be darned.
Yeah.
That's neat.
Yeah.
Couldn't stay in step.
No. Too short-legged again.
Oh, and then you went to a special school out in Denver.
Yeah.
Aircraft
Armament School.
Aircraft Armament School. And you were there 4 months, and I think you told me that you studied how to arm the bombs and studied the machine guns.
Yeah,
and
all that. Repair them, load them up.
Repair.
Put the fuse on the bombs and set them. Yep.
Yeah, and I don't know how we got on the subject of, it might have been Rosie the Riveters. Did you have any Rosie the Riveters in your family?
No.
You didn't?
No.
Well, I know we had talked, and you said there was a time period here in the U.S. where you couldn't hardly get shoes. They had to ration shoes out.
Oh, yeah.
That's I just can't imagine that. Look how many shoes there is here in Dexter right now.
Well, I had rough shoes.
Sure, yeah.
I'm going to go down there. had a major. He had one arm. He always carried a plunger through the barracks.
Yeah, yeah.
I said, I'm going to go ask the major. Are you crazy? So he said, what do you want? I want some shoes. You got a girlfriend? No. Gave me a ticket. So I went to town and got me some shoes.
Good deal.
Yeah.
Good deal.
Yeah.
Huh. Then you went to Arlington, and what did you study at Arlington?
Arlington, Texas.
Yes, sir.
Aerial Gunnery School.
Very good.
Aerial Gunnery School.
And you learned a little more about bombs there, and
Yeah,
and 50 caliber machine guns,
Yeah, gun turrets and everything.
gun turret. You was there 5 months, wasn't you?
About that, yeah.
Now those gun turrets, if I remember right, they really do turn and mobile, aren't they?
Yeah, they were.
You could really.
I was training a ball turret,
Uh-huh.
and that thing,
Now, if you're 6'4", that wouldn't be a
no, I was 5'4",
5'4",
and I still had to take off my parachute. I couldn't get that thing in a parachute.
Oh yeah.
I tried my harness, but my parachute. Well, of course, you didn't wear your parachute anyway.
Yeah.
So they gave you
Then when you got all that done, you got to come home on
Yeah.
furlough for 10 days.
Yeah, I did.
What'd you do while you was home on furlough for 10 days?
got sick.
Did you get sick?
Yeah, see the old water, change water.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I guess the water was contaminated, but anyway, change of water.
Yeah. So you didn't get to have much fun while you was back home for 10 days.
No, I didn't.
Then you loaded up on a bus and went to California, or did you fly out there or train, or do you remember?
Went on a train from
Went on a
St.
train.
Louis, yeah.
From St. Louis. That took you 6 days?
3 days.
3 days?
Yeah.
And you was in, and then you went to someplace in Nevada.
Tonopah, Nevada.
What did you study there?
We did our flying,
Oh, you
crewed
did?
up. We got her crewed up. We did our practice running.
On a B-24?
B-24, yeah.
Yeah. And if I remember right, you told me there was 10 people
On the plane.
on the plane. And when you left there, was the name of the plane, did you stick with this plane throughout most of your career then until it got shot down?
No, we changed planes.
Did you? Well, I've got the name of your plane here was the Big Chief. Is that right?
Yeah, that was overseas.
Oh, that was overseas.
Yeah.
Okay, that was one. Okay, overseas. Big Chief. How did it get that name?
Well, I'm not exactly sure, but we
see.
had a squadron commander that was from Oklahoma, and he was Indian chief.
Oh, he's an Indian
Yeah,
chief.
so that's how we got that name.
I see.
Yeah,
I know all of them had a name, didn't they?
yeah,
Yeah, had it painted right on the side.
yeah.
Or on the
See, I
front
got
part.
that picture of that plane. I guess that's at home. I don't know whether that's here or not. But that old plane.
Yeah,
Old chief,
yeah. And you got several pictures back there in your room, and you you got a few medals. What medals did you get? Do you remember? I don't remember now.
I don't either.
Yeah.
Air medals. I got several air medals.
Yeah. Well, you went to Hamiltonian Field. Where was that at?
Hamilton Field, California.
California. And then they loaded you up, and you went south or on to Hawaii,
Yeah,
and then ways down south
Yeah.
to New Guinea.
yeah.
What'd you do there in New Guinea? Get ready to
Well, we did some training,
did some training.
made some flights.
Did you have to parachute out of? Did you have to practice any of the parachute jumping till this point?
No, you didn't have to.
Yeah.
You didn't bail out. Now, the only parachute training you had, you showed you how to snap it on
Yeah.
and pull that, and then on the flight line, you get out through the hatch, and you didn't want to pull that parachute.
Yeah.
Some old boy pulled his parachute
Yeah.
out there, and it blouse him out. Oh, I didn't do that.
Yeah. And I knew you told me up till then, you was pretty much a young man, just enjoying life.
Yeah,
But there was a certain day there that you said you had to grow up in a hurry.
you bet.
You had to grow up in a hurry.
Yeah.
And tell us a little bit about that day. You don't have to get real detailed about it, but just tell us a little bit about it.
First time I got shot up, I was flying tail gunner that day.
Yeah.
And I was up gunner 1, 2, 3, and I was opening my door. Of course, I went over there. But he didn't fire that fourth shot. If he had, it blown tail off that old plane.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Yeah. You didn't have time to think, oh, did you? In a way.
No, not in a way.
Not in a way. I know you did.
Just trying to stay alive.
And you told me there was another local boy in Dexter here you was with during the service, during a lot of these missions, Audrey Frederick.
Yeah, he was there different times.
Different times.
Yeah, Audrey's dead now.
Yeah, and tell us how he is famous here in Dexter for what?
Yes, he was. He ran the hickory log.
That's right. He had the hickory log.
Yeah.
About what year did he open that up? In the
oh, I don't know.
Probably 55.
50, 55, somewhere along there.
I remember when it was just a little old building.
Yeah.
Sure do.
It's still famous for its food.
Oh yeah, for those ribs, you betcha.
Yeah.
And you told me, I think, that Audrey had flew over 50 missions.
I believe you told me he had 53.
My goodness. All in a bomber, more than likely?
Yeah.
Man. And I think a full load on the B-24, you had 16 bombs. Is that right?
I believe that's right.
And
500 pounders.
500 pounders. And most always, you were scheduled to fly 29 to 30 missions, wasn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you might get to go back home, or they might ask you to do 5 more, mightn't they?
I forgot that, but anyway, yeah.
Yeah. But on the 8th mission, that's when we had our bad luck, didn't we?
Yeah, it was.
Your 8th mission.
Yeah.
And what happened to your plane that day? Do you remember?
Not all of it.
What I think you told me it was flak.
I think they shot out a couple of our engines.
Engines, yeah. Did that flak? I can't imagine that flak does a lot of damage, doesn't it?
Oh yeah,
This goes up in the air and then explodes.
B-24 had two tails, so it shot them to pieces.
Sure enough.
Yeah.
And where was you at when your plane got hit that day? In South China Sea, I believe you told me.
Yeah.
Now.
I believe somewhere around China or Formosa.
I see.
Formosa was Japanese then too.
Yeah. And all of you made it out, but one guy, as far as you know, didn't you?
Yeah.
Did you have to push some guy out, or did the pilot push you out, or do you remember?
The pilot said, "Don't you go until I tell you." I was on the intercom with him, see.
I see.
But when I snapped on my parachute,
yeah,
and I opened the escape hatch, it's pretty hard. That tail gunner said, he began to shove me, and so I had to go. Yeah. Well, he disconnected my intercom to the pilot.
Oh, I see. Huh.
But I guess he saved my life because I wouldn't have had enough altitude.
Yeah. Oh, no.
I needed 500 feet.
Yeah.
But
how high up were you? Probably 2,000 maybe?
Oh, about 800.
Oh, is that all?
Oh, yeah.
Huh. So you went down a pretty good ways before you jumped, didn't you?
Well, yeah.
Huh. What was your normal flying altitude? 12,000, 15,000?
Yeah, 10, 12,000, yeah.
Huh.
No, it wasn't too high when I went out, about 800 feet, I guess.
Huh.
I just barely opened my chute and hit the water.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Now, there's something kind of unique about that, too. You saw land, though, didn't you? Did you see land?
I could see land.
Yeah. And I think you told me you started swimming and you had to kick your shoes off, didn't you?
Yeah.
And you said you swam till you just about give up.
Uh-huh.
And your hand hit sand, didn't it?
Yeah. I hit something. Oh, fish. And then I got a handful of sand. I thought I made it. I started to stand up, but I couldn't stand up. I was so exhausted. But I crawled out on the beach.
Crawled out on the beach.
Yeah.
And then you realized pretty quick after that you needed your shoes again, didn't you?
Yeah. I should have hung on to my shoes,
and
but I didn't.
That's kind of unique in a way, because you told me you did without shoes for a pretty good while, and you wore a size 5.
Yeah.
And the Army, you was in the Air Corps.
Yeah.
And they didn't have many size 5 shoes
Well,
close by, didn't
they put me in marine thing. I guess they put Marines.
Uh-huh.
So that's what size shoes you wear, 5?
Yeah,
I guess it was a naval officer, you know.
I see.
He said, he brought me a pair of 6s.
Did he?
He said, we have men in the Marines.
I've been in the Marines.
Yeah.
I know our first guy we interviewed, Joe Brown, he wore like size 14s, and he couldn't get shoes.
Yeah. Right opposite me.
Yeah, right the opposite. We had the small shoe. Oh. But the island you was on, did you have to stay hid out?
No.
You did,
We was in the Air Force, you know. We was on the back islands.
but it was a Japanese occupied island, wasn't
Oh,
it?
yeah.
Now, was there somebody, part of your crew on that island also that bailed out? Did they make it to the island, or do you remember that? You was on there with someone, wasn't you?
One of them didn't make it.
One of them didn't make it, yeah. And have something here about the navigator. Somebody was arguing about what to do,
Yeah.
how to get.
We Japanese Japanese territory, see, and so
Yeah,
arguing back and forth, and that's we're going to stay right here.
yeah, gonna stay right there.
So we stayed right there. Well, the next morning I saw that black cat. That was a Catalina flying boy. He's flying a search pattern. Search pattern. So we laid out our orange things on the beach.
Yeah.
Came in and picked us up.
Now, was it able to land on the water?
Yes.
It landed.
And they sent in an officer with a life raft.
I see.
He took us out to the
I
plane
see.
and took off.
Well, I bet you was glad to see him, wasn't you?
Yeah.
How long were you on that island, maybe?
Oh, I don't know, about 24 hours.
About 24 hours? Huh. But I think you told me you only weighed about 115 pounds then.
Yeah, I did.
A little fellow, wasn't it? But you
Yeah.
know what? That might have saved your life.
Yeah.
Not being
Not too big.
too heavy, and was able to survive all
young
that.
fella, and I was raised on a drainage ditch down in Dunklin County. I
Yeah.
learned to swim early,
Yeah.
and that saved my life.
Now, did they give you swimming lessons if you didn't know how to swim in the Navy or
Air
in
Force,
the-
yeah, but the one guy didn't make it. He never learned to swim.
He didn't.
He couldn't swim.
Then you got back to your unit then after you kind of got
Yeah.
recuperated from that. They put you back on your unit, and then you had to get back on that bomber and finish up your 29 mission.
Yeah, I did.
Did you have any more close calls on the bomber after that?
Oh, yeah, I guess. He
Did
got
you?
shot up and shot out.
Yeah.
Did get shot out, yeah.
I can't pronounce this word, but it's some island you was on when you found out the war had ended.
Ieshima.
Iwo
Not Iwo Jima, but Ieshima.
Yeah, okay.
That's the island that Ernie Powell got killed on.
The island of Ernie Powell. Now refresh some of us' memory who Ernie Powell was.
Well, he was a World War II correspondent.
Okay. He was with the news, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was a real liked guy.
Uh-huh.
And I believe he more or less went with the 77th Infantry Division.
I see.
And so up in a cave up there on Ieshima, Japanese machine gunner, he's running along there in an old Jeep, and he got out, and that machine gunner opened up on him, and so, but he didn't get up.
I see. Then when the war ended, then you ended up back in San Francisco, probably.
Yeah.
We're looking right here.
Yeah.
Then you made a trip then to St. Louis, probably on train also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The old train didn't have, it had just no board for the old seats was.
Oh, did?
Yeah, transport was short supply then.
Wasn't no beds either, was it?
No, no.
Just kind of had to.
Yeah.
However, then you got home in January 1946.
Yeah.
That's a good feeling, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I just can't imagine how good that felt to be back home.
Yeah.
I just can't imagine.
Yeah.
Then you went to you you got to studying about your career, I guess, a little bit, and what you was going to do after that.
Yeah.
And you went to college, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
What made you decide to go to college?
Oh, I didn't want to pick and chop that
You
cotton.
didn't want to chop cotton?
No.
Oh, goodness.
I went to college, got me a degree.
Yeah. And you went to, where'd you go? College?
Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma?
State.
Huh. Good school back then?
Oh, it was a fine school, yeah.
Well, good. And what did you study?
Vocational agriculture.
Yeah, yeah. And
I taught one day.
yeah, I was just fixing to go there. He got him a teaching job, and he taught one day. One day.
Well, they called me back.
Huh?
They called me back in the service.
Did they? Yeah, they called him back in the service after he taught one day. That's just pretty neat. I have a note here, a Painter O.
Huh?
Painter, P-A-N-I-E-R-O. Something back in Oklahoma. You don't know what that is? I don't either.
No, I
Yeah,
went to
all right, we
Oklahoma.
won't worry
I
about
went
it.
to Oklahoma.
Yeah. Maybe that's where it was, Painter, Oklahoma.
Stillwater.
Stillwater, okay, all right. But you got to teach one day in Boag and got called up.
Yeah.
And why did they call you back up?
Well, I had an MOS that they needed, that gunnery.
Yeah.
They needed that.
And then did you have to go to Korea?
No, I didn't have to.
You didn't have to. But did you help teach the younger guys how to? Were you helping teach the MOS or the younger guys how to use the equipment?
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
And that was still on a B-29 in California, wasn't it?
B-24s.
B-24s, okay. And I think we have them in our notes here where you was in there about another year.
Another year, yeah.
And then you got to come home
Yeah.
on a train for another trip.
Yeah.
Was the train any better that time?
Yeah.
Was the train any better that time or about the same?
About the same.
Then you got another job at Benton, Missouri. Isn't that right?
Yeah. I got my degree in vocational agriculture, but they didn't have a room for me when I got out, so I got into the extension service at a county agent work at Benton, Missouri.
Uh-huh. But you knew Eldon Stroop, didn't you?
Huh?
Eldon Stroop? Wasn't he up there also?
Well,
At Benton?
Stroop, yeah, Stroop.
Wasn't Eldon, it was Thomas.
Tom Stroop, yeah.
Tom Stroop, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And your job in the extension, tell us a little bit what you done in the
Well,
extension
I worked
service.
with the 4-H kids and then
Did
the
you?
farmers, you know.
Yeah. They could bring in a weed or if they had an insect problem, you'd help them
and
solve it.
we had to keep abreast of the insecticides and what to spray with, yeah.
And if the farmers needed a soil sample, that's where they took it, didn't they?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. You worked there 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, and of all things, you got into the loan and money business, didn't you?
Yeah, yeah.
You worked for PCA, is that right?
Yeah, yeah.
And where'd you work there at?
Dexter.
Dexter?
Yeah.
And where was their office at then?
Well, of course, they had the main office in Saxton, but they still have an office in Dexter.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's I don't know where it's at, around here somewhere.
Yeah. But where was it at when you was?
Oh, it's down there on, I believe that's Walnut Street.
It was on Walnut Street.
Yeah.
Huh. You worked there 10 or 12 years.
Something like that.
Yeah. And then you decided you wanted to get in business for yourself, didn't you?
Yeah.
What'd you do then? What kind of adventure did you go to then?
Well, I went over to Dudley. I had a little farm there I bought, and I put me in the seed business.
I see.
And it done well.
Done well.
Yeah.
And you had an opportunity to sell that out later on, didn't you?
Yeah.
And what'd you do after that?
Went a fishing.
There you go. You and your wife was able to retire when you was 50 years old,
That's right.
and you was able to wet a hook for another 50.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Where'd you fish a lot of times?
Wapapella.
Wapapella? Well, good deal.
Crappie.
Crappie?
We caught our share.
Good deal. Good deal. You ever get checked by a game warden?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, maybe we better just not go there.
No, I mean, I didn't violate no law.
Well, good, good.
I never would violate. In fact, on my farm, I told guys that you hunt down there, if you get arrested for game violating, you don't hunt no more.
Well, good deal.
Yeah.
Good deal. Good
You
deal.
can't hunt no more if you get arrested for game violating.
Did when you and your wife fish, could she usually outfish you? Could she catch more than you could?
She had a knack. Let's go over they don't go over and we just clean up on them. Yeah, she did. She had a knack for that.
Isn't that something?
Yeah. And she was good at that fishing, too.
Yeah.
In fact, pull in a boat dock there, and the guy said, catch your wife's fish. She's standing right there, you ask her. She catch her own fish, man.
And during all this time, you're still able to raise some children, wasn't you?
Yeah.
You had 4 children?
Yeah.
You got any grandchildren, great-grandchildren?
I got grandchildren, yeah.
Good deal. Good deal. Now, you told me you had a sister, though, that was a Rosie the Riveter.
Yeah, she worked in defense plants in St. Louis.
In St. Louis, yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm. Have you belonged to the VFW or anything local?
I'm a lifetime member of the Legion.
Oh, American Legion?
And then I belong to the VFW
Do
too.
you?
I think I got life membership in both of them.
I see. I see. Well, now do you told me you have some farm property now, don't
Yeah.
you? And you rent it out to who's your renter?
Geatley Boys.
Geatley Boys,
Yeah.
that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
They do a good job too, don't
Oh, yeah.
they? Yeah, there's some good farmers, good people.
And farm rent pays good.
Yes, sir.
And I had opportunities to sell, and I did sell. Boy, I'm glad I did, because you know about farm prices,
Yes,
land
sir.
prices, yeah,
Yes, sir.
just through the roof.
They may be pretty cheap out there today if it's all underwater.
Oh, hell, that don't bother.
Well, anything you'd like to add to our visit today, Starling?
No, I'm just happy to be at my age to be able to talk to you.
Well, we salute you, soldier.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate what you've done for the United States.
Okay, but thank you.
All right. Well, that'll end it today then with Mr. Starling Guinn. We thank him for visiting with us and hope you enjoyed our program today. And if you'd like a copy of this or help us sponsor this program, give our station a call and we'd be glad to get you fixed up. James Hendley and YHC TV signing off.